Hey folks, how we doing today? Getting stuff set up on my end, and we will actually get this stream underway. So give me just a second. Angel, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Corey, good to see you. 3 in a row. Happy dance. Absolutely. Alrighty. Let's do that. That's going okay. There we go. I got that set up. I can see chat. Make sure I can see chat. That. Alrighty. Randy, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well today. Alrighty, so I've got my windows open in the house because it's kind of cool outside. It's a little breezy, so it's kind of nice. Don't have the air conditioner, the heat on, which is really nice, saving money. But hopefully we don't get any like wind whistle or anything. I've tried to close the windows in my room a little bit just to have them open a little bit. Hopefully I don't hear any slamming doors because the wind blew them shut or anything like that. But either way, we are getting this stream underway. Red Gal, good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Temperance, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We'll be listening more than watching. Headed to work soon. No worries. I appreciate you joining us. Lala's, good morning. Super excited to join today. Well, I'm glad to have you. Lenita, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks everybody for joining us. Alrighty, so nothing super duper planned for this stream. I noticed that my son, who seems to be maybe walking through other people's lots, is this him? Yeah, Lambert. I see my son has a quest available. Am I gonna need to change clothes? Because I don't really have my winter attire on. Heat protection. I'm at 75% cold protection. I should be okay. We'll see how it works out. But let's see what Lambert has for us today.
What's going on?
Hello, Lambert. What are you up to, lad? There is something I need to ask you. Would you do me a favor and share some coin with me? I'm in a desperate situation. Uh-oh. What have you done now? How much do you need, son? I need about 2,500 coins. Yes, that should do. That's a pretty serious sum of coins. What's all that money for? I'm in debt. No big deal. I need to pay the remaining amount to a vendor and clear up some things. Nothing to worry about. A merchant gave you items without paying? That's very unlikely. Well, he technically didn't give them to me directly. I might have borrowed them myself. Borrowed them, oh my gosh. I might have borrowed them myself. But it was a pressing matter. What? My son, a thief? Did anyone see you? I doubt that I was seen. I was quite discreet. I am sorry for disappointing you, Father, but I didn't have any other option. Why is that? And what did you steal anyway? Some bottles. By the look of your face, I fear I'm done now. All right, here's the truth. I took some bottled wine, about a dozen, for a group of friends. Aha. I lost a bet and was obligated to get something to drink. They'd indicated clearly what they wanted me to bring. You were stealing wine? I imagined we'd raise the first toast together when you're ready. As I said, it was a bet. The last one to cross the Great River loses and gets an offer that can't refused. I'm assuming that's supposed to be that can't be refused. Let's see. They've made a dupe out of me. I didn't know we could use the bridge. That's how I ended up getting the bottles of wine for everyone. If I failed, I was to spend the night sleeping in the pigsty guarded by 8 relentless young lads and gals. I had no other option but to fulfill their demands. Size and strength don't matter when you're outnumbered. Finally, when I returned to the group, they didn't even hesitate to take my own share from me. That's disappointing and shocking at the same time, but in the end, a bit revealing. And at least you didn't end up sleeping in the manure. Some of this is hard for me to read because of the white background and everything. Let's see. Will you help me clear my conscience? The unaware victim of thievery is the innkeeper in Jezreka. Keep low for some time, you rascal. Wait until the rumors die down, and don't you dare speak to anyone about that. I will handle the vendor. Thanks, Dad. I'll be quite quiet as a mouse. You little shit. Oh my goodness. Getting played again, yes. Nora, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Right? Oh, Lambert. You turd. I'd have bend you over my knee. Go get me a Switch. Alrighty, we have to talk to the innkeeper in Jezreka. Alright, where is Haas? Let's get Haas going here. I've got coin on me. Yeah, I've got coin on me. I got water. Flatbread is not going to poison me yet, so that should be okay. And then I've still got a ton of stuff on me because my inventory is so full. My resource storage and my inventory. Let's see. I noticed I had some buildings that were of the busted matter. So let's go in here. Let's tell the builder's hut to fix some stuff. Let's get that going. I do this. Do this real quick. Nope. Get it. Go down. There we go. Hopefully we have everything. We were running low on straw the last time, but hopefully I have remedied that. Whoops. Nope. Go back. There we go. Too many buttons pushed at the same time. There we go. Everything is being repaired, and he should have no problems going through all of those and repairing them this season. It's not okay to beat your kids. I agree. I don't beat my children. I did get my fair share of butt whippings though when I was a kid. You finally got a buckskin coat. Oh, very nice. Yeah, those are some good looking horses. Gonna name him Haas the Second. Alrighty, let's head over to Jezreka. Let's go up here to the. Oh wait, check my traps. Are they all ready? They are all ready. So let's hit those. What's my skill level at real quick? I didn't even check that one. Oh, we're so close. We're less than 400 points. I'm gonna have to rebuild all of these. See how close we are after we pick up all of these traps. Now I already have the achievement for getting all of the skill points to 10 because I achieved it on a different playthrough. I had a personal playthrough that I'd been playing, and I achieved it on that. But I want to get it on here as well before completing the series out. So that way I'll have all of the skill points maxed to 10. I'll have all of the achievements. We're waiting on playing as my heir. Whoops. Come on, set. There we go. And Lambert is currently management. How old is Lambert? What is he, 15 now? Yes, he is 15 right now. So we've still got 3 more in-game years, 2.5 in-game years or something like that, for him to reach 18 to where I will have the option to play as him. Once I choose the option, so if you're returning to the game, they have changed the ability to play as your heir. It used to be, in order to play as your son or your heir, Rasimir had to perish. He had to pass away. He had to die in some way, form, or fashion. Then you were given the option to play as your heir. Well, they've changed that now. So once your heir is of age, 18, then I believe it's in the dialogue. So like if I go and talk to Lambert or something, I believe it's in the dialogue to where you were given the option to choose to play as your heir. But you cannot go back and play as Rasimir later. It is an irreversible choice. So, but you don't have to die. Now, what I don't know is, does Rasimir still exist in your village? That's what I'm curious about. No spoilers, please. So if some of you have already done it, please don't spoil it for the others. Because I'd like to experience that just to see for myself. Because we're close. We're really close to actually being able to have that option. What am I trying to do? Traps. Here we go. All right, let's... Right there. Another trap. I know, Haas. We're gonna leave here in just a second, buddy. Come on. Turn green. There you are. Green. There. Okay. Get all these traps set, and then we'll head out to Jezreka. You'll see about taking care of Lambert's mess. Traps. Rabbit. There. Traps and rabbit. Shane, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well today. Let's see, what are we doing? Bird trap right here. That one. Bird trap there. Trap, trap. I can't even see it. Is it? There it is. Holy cow. Sometimes I can't see that. It's there. See? But I cannot see the ghost, the placement ghost. I wish they would darken that up or give me the option to darken that or change the color of the ghost of items, so the building ghosts. You see, I can barely see that rat trap even on that dirt. And that's kind of always been a thing. But they have, I believe they did change the colors of these or darken them a little bit a few updates back. Several updates back, actually, because I believe it was when they added the ability to see sticks and rocks with the alt view, the inspector mode. I've already placed all those. Okay. So when you have the inspector mode, I don't have any sticks and rocks. Oh, there's stone right there. So they changed the color, I believe, back when they added the ability for us to see the stones and sticks on the ground. because I believe a lot of that stuff was, so like the herbs are yellow and then the stones and sticks are green. But I think it's a different green. I meant to grab it on Haas so we can take Haas with us. I think it's a different color green than the building placement ghosts. But still in the wintertime, it's really hard to see some of those ghosts against the snow. Come on, Mr. Wagoneer. Come on. Where you at? It's right there. I just saw it. There. Thank you. Okay. Need a ride. We need to go to Jezreka. Let's go then. You better stay away. 6 foot, buddy. Okay. Let's head into here. And it's going to be the tavern vendor? Yeah, so it looks to be the tavern vendor that we got to talk to. Alrighty, well look who we have here. The petty thief's father, oh my gosh. You must be proud now. I bet he has overextended himself carrying this many wine bottles. So young and so susceptible to the forbidden. Oh my gosh. Let's get to the point. I'm here to set things straight. I knew you would show up. I was understanding enough to keep this unpleasant matter to myself. Believe me, this rumor would spread in a blink. That's the last thing your family wants to happen. How much do we owe you? Let's see. 3,000 coins will be enough. Let's see. I want my family to be safe and have a clean record. Here's the money. That's way more than my son believed it to be. Let's do number 2. I probably should have saved before this, but too late now. Let's do number 2. Let's see what happens. There's an extra charge for included for the troubles and for keeping my mouth shut. He didn't have much choice. My son was blackmailed and forced to do that by a group of bullies. There were no ill intentions on his part, but only a desperate act of saving one's skin. I don't care about his intentions, no matter how pure or vile they were. I, too, have a family to feed and take care of. I can't afford to lose so many products. I want my family to be safe and have a clean record. Here's the money. Let's see. I don't have the money, but I will get it. Interesting. Yeah, I guess we'll just pay it. That's the only option, because this is going to just give us more time. Number 2 is just going to give us more time to get the money and bring it back. But here we go. Here's the money. We are even now. This misunderstanding will never see the light of day. You have my word. You better keep it. There we go. 961 Dynasty reputation out of that. Okay. Now we got... Why did that ding twice? Oh, maybe because we completed that one section and now we have to go back and talk to our son? Maybe. Interesting. That it dinged twice. I'm not used to that, I guess. And let's go back up here and catch the Uber. Need a ride. Let's go back to Branica because that's the closest one to our village. Let's go then. Molecule? Oh, I like that. That's a cool name. I like that. Let's see. Since you already reached 10 in all skills, any tips on diplomacy skill? Sell stuff. Sell lots and lots of stuff. The more you sell, the more they're worth. The more points you get towards diplomacy. That's the best way to do it. If you're trying to do it via the quests, it's going to take you a long time. But if you're producing stuff to sell to make coins, so like you're trying to reach the achievement for 1 million coins, that's going to be how you do it. You just craft items in bulk and then go around and empty all of the vendors around the map of all of their coin. I believe you can probably make somewhere between 40 and 60,000 coins by emptying all of the vendors. That includes the special gift vendor that has a chance to appear in your map at one of the taverns. And the special vendor can appear at your very own taverns if you have any built. But sell items to vendors. I don't think selling the items in the stall counts towards your skill points. So you have to, Rasimir personally has to sell the items to the vendors around the map. Alright, let's talk with Lambert. Oh, I should have been facing a different direction so I could read these a little better. You're back. Did you get to reason with the innkeeper? I've paid your debt and cleared your name. Don't do anything stupid, at least for a while. Let's see. I bought up your debt and it cost me extra. Don't get into trouble or you'll sleep in the pigsty anyway. That's the one. If you do this again or do anything stupid, you will be sleeping in the pigsty. That won't happen again. No more bets. There you go. Stay away from the bets, Lambert. Make you sleep your ass in the pigsty. 1 million coins. Yes, there is a Steam achievement to make 1 million coins, which I achieved, I don't know, 15 or 20 episodes back or something like that. Maybe 15. Go to here. Still got a little bit left in here, 848,000, and then I've got 83,000 on me. So I've actually been spending some because I've been taking the Uber around town. But crafting, just craft a bunch of items. I mean, you can set your excavation people or even your mine people if you wanted to gather stone, and you could have your lumberjacks gathering extra sticks, or you can set up a lumberjack or woodshed to gather nothing but sticks, and you can set up an excavation shed to gather nothing but stone. And then you can have, if you wanted to, you could have a blacksmith make nothing but stone knives. Stone knives are good. Your arrows and bolts are good. What else? I used to use arrows and bolts. If you wanted to set your what is it? The hunter. Set the hunter or set a hunter to get leather and feathers. You could do just feathers if you wanted to. If you wanted to just do arrows, I like to do arrows because they're light. You can carry tons of them, and I want to say that a wooden bolt or a stone arrow. I like the wooden bolt because it only takes sticks and feathers. I want to say the wooden bolt sells for 4 or 5 coins each, and you make 10 at a time. And then you can carry a ton on you. So I like doing that, and then taking some of the cheap items, like if you have an excess number of stone or something, or sticks. Sticks would be better because they're lighter. Then you can take that, and then when you're selling your bolts, a lot of times you can't get the last few little coins out of the vendor because they don't have enough to buy another bolt. Then you can take your sticks and sell enough sticks to get the last of the coins off of that vendor. But I mean, a lot of people sell different things in the game. I saw somebody post somewhere that they were selling crossbows, which do sell for a lot of coin, but they're material intensive. So you have to have, the fields to be, doing the flax. So you're getting, turning it into thread, and that way you've got thread for the string, for the crossbow and all that good stuff. I personally like to keep things as simple as I can. So that's why I like to do like the arrows or the stone knives. I got to where I was selling iron tools and stuff because I was making an abundance of tools. Matter of fact, I still have an abundance left. Some of the reason why my inventory and my storage is so full. But I've been trying to regulate how many things are being produced now. That way my inventory is not full every season now. But you can, if you wanted to, you can make like the clay vases and stuff. Feathers aren't too bad. They sell for, I think, 2 coins a piece. You can sell your fertilizer if you have an abundance of fertilizer. Just easy stuff. But if you're going around the map, you want to make sure that you're carrying stuff that's light. That way you can carry more of it. So if you're gathering feathers, feathers are good. I mean, as you can see, I have 12,000 feathers, but whoops, what did I do? I hit something. Where's my feathers go? Doggone it. There we go. Keep your hand off the keyboard, Nass. Let's see. So I've got 12,383 feathers, but they're only 123 kilograms in weight. So they're super light. So you can carry a ton of feathers if you wanted to just gather and sell feathers. However, if you're gathering feathers and you're gathering sticks, which you're probably doing anyway, then you can gather your feathers, you can gather your sticks, and then turn whatever you can into wooden bolts. Doesn't matter whether you're using wooden bolts or not. You can actually produce wooden bolts and then just sell them. As you can see, I got 9,000 sticks. So I could turn all of that into wooden bolts and then start selling them if I wanted to. Just go around the map, wipe everybody out, take as much coin as you can. You don't have to take all of their coin if you don't want to keep it simple. That way you go up, you talk to the vendor, you sell one item, max him out, and then you're done. But this kind of ensures that you can sell the one item and you get, the majority of the money that the vendor is carrying off of them. Now, if you wanted to go and get the remaining coin off of them, if you have excess straw or excess sticks, you can see that they only sell for 0.2. So this will help finish off the last few coins. So if they had, say, 1 or 2 coins left, you could sell some excess stick or straw to finish that vendor off so they had as close to 0 coin as possible. But that'll increase, it'll increase the amount of coins that you have, and it'll increase your diplomacy super quickly, actually. Alrighty, let me catch up on a little bit of chat here. Let's see. Shane, your settlement is beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Been trying to work on it between episodes a little bit. Matter of fact, I'll take you guys around and show you some of what I have done since the last episode. Selling animals too. I do like selling animals, but that's more of a later stage of your village building and stuff. And it takes time. In the amount of time it takes you to sell a few animals, you could wipe out the vendors. Like I said, you wipe out all the vendors, and you got somewhere between 40 and 60,000 coins. But animals, absolutely. Now that I'm to a point now to where my animals are self-sufficient, I go in every so often to see their ages and stuff, and then I sell the adults. So you do wait till the animals are an adult, you get a little bit more money for them. It just takes a little bit longer. Els, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that was a pretty good quest. I enjoyed it. Dread, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Well, I didn't make it through my first winter. I really should have bought some warmer clothes. On the plus side, I followed your 2K first day guide and made 27. Yes. So if you're actually following, so I've got a few of those first day guides. The one that I think you're talking about is my first one that I really ever did as a first day guide. And it was talking about selling the stone knives. Now that particular guide did not have the fast crafting available in it because we were still in early access and they hadn't brought fast crafting to the game yet. So that was 2,000 coins without fast crafting. So with the fast crafting, you can definitely get, you know, like you did, 2,700. You can get, I want to say when I did it with fast crafting, I want to say I got 3,200 coins or something using the fast crafting option with that. So it all depends on how quickly you can pick up sticks and stone. Now I've seen people kind of modify the 2K, my version of the 2K guide, and they go and craft a pickaxe right away, and then they're finding, instead of going and picking up stone, they're mining stone from the little rock deposits that are around the map and things like that. And then, you know, obviously if you want, you can go and chop down trees, you get sticks with that, but it's really quicker if you walk around just picking them up off the ground. And from what I understand, with console, it might even be easier to pick them up off the ground with console. I've heard people saying if you have a knife or something in your offhand and then pick them up, that the animation seems to be quicker or even canceled in some cases. So I personally haven't tried it. I've just heard it. I've seen it on some of the Facebook and Reddit posts and things like that. So it might be something for you console players to try out. Let's see. I'm only in year 9. Just bought this. Was in game since I reached building limit. Okay. Yeah, I paid the debt. So Lenita paid the debt. You mess up, sleep with the hawks. Yes. I like that they added that option in there. I don't know that the outcome would be different with either choice, but I do like the humor that they're adding into the game. I wonder if the devs will ever allow us to repair our own clothes. As of right now, your clothes don't need repair, but I would like to see the ability to clothe your villagers. Like you supply, when you invite a villager, recruit a villager into your village, they have to have a house, and you have to place them in a house. They have to have a job. You have to place them in a job. I would also like to see that they're required to have, say, a set of clothing. And then you have to have the sewing hut at some point. So you're either going to have to buy them new clothes, or you're going to have to sew them new clothes. I would like to see that option in the game. Now, granted, I do believe that it should be something that is turned on and off like bandits, because it's going to add, I believe it's going to add a difficulty to the game that some people may be turned off about. So that way they can turn on and off the requirement for clothing for your villagers. Hopefully they do add something like that. I have seen suggestions like that in the past as well, but I don't know. I personally haven't heard whether they are or are not going to add clothing requirements for the villagers, much less repairing of clothes, because I see we do repair buildings, so it would make sense that your clothes would wear out and you would either need to repair them or replace them, because you can only repair clothes. I mean, in real life, you can only repair clothes so many times before it's like, okay, it's time to get rid of these, repurpose them. These pants have had too many patches on the knees. It's time to turn them into shorts, you know? Let's see. So I'm catching up on chat here. Just give me a second. Runny Nose, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Corey, let's see. Hold a shovel or two-handed on console, and it's the fastest way to pick up. Okay, well, there you go. Corey has confirmed that for us, that it is faster if you're holding. He says a shovel or two-handed on the console. Okay. I know before, before console came out, I saw the same kind of posts for PC to have, you know, like the knife in your hand when you're picking berries, because that's when the thing came up several months back about having a knife in your hand while picking berries increases the picking process because it cancels the animation because you're actually holding something in your hand. If you don't have anything in your hands, he uses both hands to pick berries. But if you have the knife in your hand, he only uses one hand to pick berries. But I've never really tested whether you're getting more in a certain amount of time or not. But it may be the same regardless. It may just look like it's faster. I don't know. Let's see. Runny nose. I cut down trees. I skip and jump. Like to press wildflowers. Put on women's clothing and hang around a Well, you're on a next level then. Catherine, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Two-hand on PC works as well. Okay, good. Thank you. Maybe in my next playthrough or something, I may have to try using those, because at this point in time now, I don't have to gather anything. I don't have to chop down a tree. I don't have to pick up rocks. My villagers are gathering so much. I should actually be throwing stuff out on the ground myself. Let's see. This game is getting more and more complex. Yes. All these villagers are so needy. Why can't they look after themselves? Well, for the most part, as long as you're providing them food, water, housing, and work, they do. Until they start running out of materials, or food, or water. Alrighty. Runny nose, that's your early game strategy? Well, I tell you what, you have a unique strategy, that's for sure. Okie dokie. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's sleep, and I will do some little village tours here. So I really haven't worked on this village too much. Oh my gosh, the morning is bright. Eyes need to focus. I haven't done a whole lot since the last episode on here. Matter of fact, I don't think I've done anything. But for those that might be new, I'll take a little tour. This is my mine. I've got, you know, the iron and everything opened up. So if you're new to the game and you haven't reached iron yet, or you're trying to figure out how to get to iron, you have to build the mine, which is a building, in the opening of a cave. There's 5 caves around the map. That will make the cave go deeper, and it will unlock the ability for you to go in and mine iron from it. That way you can make your iron tools. If you require iron before you have the mine, you have to buy it from the vendors. So you can go to Jan in Hornica to buy the iron bars and iron ore. There's also an extraction person in Hornica to where you can buy the ore. Then you can go to Theobald in Lesnica. He is also a blacksmith. He sells all of the tools and bows and all of that. He also sells the iron bars and iron ore. There's also an extraction person in Lesnica that sells just the ore. So you have the ability to get it before you have the mine. You just have to have coin. And that's where my 2,000 coin first day video comes in handy, because then you have the ability to make you a chunk of change and you can go buy some of the stuff you need. But this was my first village. Again, for those that are new who may not have, watched my season 5 series through yet, and you're just now tuning in or something, but this is my mining village. I actually have 5 villages around the map. This is probably my second largest village. My first being my farming village. But I've added the lights and stuff. I think I had the lights added in the last live stream I did. But I've added the lights here, right at the gates. Haven't added any more buildings to this village. They're all the middle house. So they're the second option house. This is my house right here, which really doesn't look any different than anybody else's. I'm trying to decide if I want to build my own house, but I don't know. I'll figure that out later. I guess maybe when I'm getting ready to play as Lambert, I'll figure that out. Because I was kind of thinking I wanted to build the big house for myself and my wife. I thought about over like by the triple waterfall or something. Anyway, there's my resource storage. I have 4 blacksmith. So I have 2 over there and 2 over there, each producing something different. One is producing tools for the villagers. I think one is producing arrows. One is producing scythes, both of which I sell in the... No, sickle. Is it the sickle? Is the small one? I think the sickle is the little small one. The scythe is the big one with the long handle. But the sickle is what I'm selling. That and the arrows in the tool stalls here. Then I've got the tavern up here, top of the hill, overlooks the village and stuff. I've got the food storage and 2 excavation sheds. Walk up here. This guy's getting an early start. Oh wait, maybe he's the worker in there. This kind of overlooks, you can see all the way out to my house there, kind of in the top center of the screen there. It's a nice little view. Let's see. Go back up over here. I got a wash tub right here, and then I've got the well right here. Come through here, across the bridge, and if you guys remember Donkey, Miss Donkey's burial site is right here. If you guys are new and don't know about Miss Donkey, you'll have to go back and watch the series to learn about Miss Donkey. And I just, of course, started making a little path, lighted path to the top of the hill here because I like to go hunting for boar. Back over in this area, this clay pit area over here. Let's call Haas. Let's actually go for a ride. Where'd he go? Mr. Haas, where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, you're at the bottom of the hill. Okay. I guess I'll come down here to you. Notice some changes with the horse. So it used to be the horse would come to you, and then there was a situation, this thing now to where he doesn't always come all the way up to you. Now he'll come to you sometimes, but he's really slow. So I'm not sure what the devs are trying to do with your, not necessarily the horse, but just the mount altogether. This is like my little go-to hunting area. It's where I come to hunt boar. There's usually 4, sometimes 5 boar here. And then there's a little neighboring area over to the west that also has boar there. Boar are usually needed for your hunting quests, and then of course wolves. There's a road. Crossed the road and didn't realize it. We're going to head down over here, and I'll take you guys over to the farming village, which I haven't done much there either, so we'll just do a quick tour. I've been kind of working on the lumberjack village a little bit. But I'm wanting to try and get these villages somewhat finished with fencing and lights and everything before I finish this, this series out. Which I feel that we're probably going to have a few more weeks of live streams for this. This is my farming village. Got the little tavern over there, a little bench, the well. I've got the majority of my kitchens. So I got 4 kitchens over here, all of them working right now. I've got a couple of stalls. I got a tool and food stall. There's a well there that is unoccupied. Let's see, food storage, resource storage. I've got 2 sewing huts right here. They're side by side. And then of course I've got some family living, and then my farms. The majority of my farm plots are 7x7. I've got a couple of 16x6. Actually, I think I only have one 16x16. It's the rye and oat over here. I've got 2 barns and the windmill. There's my orchard over there. Yeah, this is my only 16x16 one here. So I've got, what is this? Rye? Yeah, rye, and then oat will be here. You can see I've named the field as well. I gotta finish this little pathway right here. I gotta finish the fence on it. Little cut through. And you can kind of see I've added gates here to where, like, I'm gonna have fencing coming across here for all these little houses. I've seen people putting the little stone walls against the riverbank, and I like that idea, and I will probably utilize that. I'm probably going to do that same thing along here and put a little stone wall, you know, like kind of protect the houses from water that may but I've got the wood fencing here all around the back side of the farm, and then this big cut through to each side right here. We got a few little fences. You can see I got to finish some of the fencing and stuff in here. A lot of fencing stuff. It's just mundane, turn on some music and start slinging a hammer kind of thing. I haven't added any fencing over here because I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to take this all the way to the water or not. I'll have to figure that out. But this is the eating area. I still have to add, I'm going to put a tree in here, I think. But that's the eating area, and then my tavern, which I've had, whoops. I've had the vendor come to the tavern. I've had the herald come to the tavern as well. So the herald can come to your tavern as long as you have one built. We're going to head up to the lumberjack village. Let me see if I can ride and read at the same time. Oh, it looks like there's been a lot of chat that I've got to catch up on. Da, da, da. If I missed your chat, I'm sorry. I apologize. I try to catch everybody's. Tavern is on a height. Safety hazard. Yeah, don't come out of that one drunk. Well, you know, if they're drunk, they'll just, you know, ragdoll and bounce. They'll be fine. Do the broken carts respawn loot? Yes. So once you loot it, or even don't loot it, the place will usually stay, I want to say, for 2 seasons, possibly 3, before it actually disappears. And then after it's gone, the very next season, it has a chance to spawn again. But the same one won't respawn loot the next season. Does this game have sandbox mode? Not really. Right now it's just single player. They're doing multiplayer next year. I don't know exactly when next year. Let's see. Oh my god. Look at this farm. Yeah, the farm is pretty big. Let's see, Shane, they do count. Oh, you're answering Catherine's question. It seems like each season the spawn points of carts and camps change. So, yes and no. There's a formula that's used for the spawning of the loot. So, like your busted carts, the loot that you find on the side of the road, the abandoned bandit camps, and then the occupied bandit camps. Each of those have kind of a different spawn calculation, but from what I've seen, the places that spawn, so like this season I have stuff on the map that has spawned, regardless of whether I loot it or don't loot it, it usually hangs around for 2 seasons before it starts disappearing. After 2 seasons, those items will disappear. Now, in those 2 seasons, new items can spawn, but the ones that had already spawned don't necessarily disappear at the end of the season. So there's a constant rotating of spawns happening. So if you've gone around the map and let's say you found all of the spawns, which if you're finding all of your spawns, kudos to you, because there's a ton of spawns. But not everything will spawn each season. So when some things spawn this season, next season a few other things will spawn, but the spawns for this season will still be around, even if I looted them. So the 3rd season is when things disappear, and then new items can reappear in other places of the map. So it's constantly an ongoing spawn despawn effect. So the whole idea is to get you out exploring around the map, which I think is an awesome thing to do, because then you learn your map and so on and so forth. Seeing these setups is very helpful. Good. Drink. Yes. Oh, look at there. I do need to drink. Thank you. Get off the horse and go to inventory, that, and we're gonna drink. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Drink. Oh my goodness. Someone's gonna die soon. Wait a minute. I'm okay. Thank you. I definitely, because I can't look at both screens at once. What is this? Let's see. You all know, let's see, Catherine knows as a TV show on the UK called Father Ted. So funny. A drunk priest who is old only say drink. Okay. Father Ted. Is that on Netflix? It seems like I've seen that. I haven't seen the show. It seems like I've seen something on Netflix named Father something. Interesting about the Carson camp. Thanks for clearing it up. Absolutely. I do like wandering around. Absolutely. Alrighty, so sorry about that. Standing still, nothing happened on the screen because I'm trying to catch up with chat before it gets away from me. But this is my lumberjack village. This is the one that I kind of started working with a little bit more in the last stream, adding in some of the extra fencing and stuff. But I've got a couple of market stalls here in the front. And as you notice, the market stalls, the tapestry over the top of them will change colors according to what you're actually selling. So like this one here is a food stall here, so the food stall will be green. This one here is a resource stall. The resource stall is going to be like a rust color. The tool stall is going to be red. If you don't have anything assigned in it, the tapestry will be white. Then I've got a tavern over here. I've got the food area kind of fenced off and everything, so everybody that's coming to the tavern or into the food area has to come through this gate. So I'm trying to basically herd my villagers through my village correctly. Then I've got a little table over here with some linen fabric like towels so they can wash and dry off before going into the tavern and getting their food and drinks. And the kitchen across the street, food storage, resource storage, and then back here in this little area here is my workshops, which I've started working on insulating some of the workstations a little bit. I have 3 wood cutting stations, wood sheds. I've made a wood drying kiln. This is strictly for pretty. This is not a functionable thing, just something I created. You can find a lot of fancy creations by other players like Runny Nose on the Facebook page. There's a lot of creative people there, a whole lot more creative than I am, creating different things out of unfinished buildings and some of the resources and stuff around in their own villages. But if we come past the resource storage and take this little walkway down here, I actually have a well here, and then I've got kind of a his and hers washroom. So we got the little wash tub, little towel here for drying off. You can sit down on a bench, take your boots off, bucket of water for filling up the wash tub, campfire for staying warm, and I actually have two of those. So we kind of come in here, come around here, and there's a whole nother one over here. So that way you've got your privacy as well. Not that they utilize it, which I wish they would. I wish you'd actually see villagers going and washing in the wash tub. I think that would be good. But then I've got all of my houses and stuff down through here. Started working on the fencing in front and between the houses, splitting up the lots and everything. Placing lights. So I usually place torches in front of the house right by the little sign, and then I got the lamps over the roadway and stuff. And then it comes back down over here, and these are the last few houses here. Now, this is, show you these areas on the map. So this was the mine here, the North Mine. This was the farming area over here, the farming village, and then we are currently here for the lumberjack village. So then we will head back over here towards Hornica, because that's going to be my animal village, and then I have a fishing hunting village that is on the east side of the map. So let me get back to Haas, and we will head off to the next village. Where'd he go? There he is. Do the workers increase their mood if you insulate the workstations? It's a good question. I believe it does have some bearing on their happiness, just like it does with their houses. I like having lazy villagers. I built a village with a lot of villagers without putting them to work. You may find that they become unhappy if they don't have a workstation assigned and that workstation has assignments to it. So they have to be assigned to be creating or building or doing something. Otherwise, you may find that their happiness drops. You guys must be talking about this Father Todd. Is that what it was? I might have to look that up. Because this is sounding pretty interesting to me. I'll have to look that up. See if I can check that out. Okay, so we are going to head across the map to Hornica. I think we may just cut off through the Tules here. Hopefully we don't run into anything too bad. Do a little F5 just in case. Father Ted. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Did anybody say whether it was on Netflix or anything? Where's the best place for me to find it? Because I've been kind of looking for something to watch lately. What was it? I watched watched 2 new movies yesterday. They weren't new. No, I'm take that back. It was one that was new, one that I've never seen before. I think it was a new Netflix thing. But then I watched what was it? Rush Hour. I rewatched Rush Hour again. Or started watching it. Finished it this morning, actually, with my morning coffee. I'm not paying too much attention to chat right now just because I'm trying to get through here. Oh, I think I'm going go this way. Go, go, go. Gadget. Everything. Okay, here we go. Try not to go through that area back there. It was Wyson area. Alrighty, so this is my animal village right here. Don't have a whole lot done over here. I mean, I've got my fences and stuff up, but I got to get more lighting up and everything else. But you come in, it's I think I've got it completely surrounded now with the wood fence. But I've got the got the stable. I got a barn. There's the beehive. If you come through the barn here, you can get to the animal pasture. And I've got the what is this? The fold. Yep, fold. Pigsty here. Ooh, there's a lot of manure in there. Gotta have that up at the top of the thing so it keeps the smell out of the village. Then this is the goose house. Oops, sorry, Mr. Goose. It's interesting. We got the little donkey stable there, and then the cow shed. Then we come back through here. We've got the resource storage there. And we got the food storage, water, and they've got a kitchen here. They've got 2 stalls here as well. So we've got food and materials or resources. They got a little seating area in the center, and then I've kind of got houses scattered. So there's 2 houses there. There were like 3 houses at the entrance. And I believe I've got 3 houses here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is just a small village. And then of course they've got access down to the lake through here. I didn't put a gate on that back side. I may have to see about doing that. The sun's starting to go down. See, I don't have a whole lot of torches here. None of the houses have torches in front of them or anything, so I've got to come over here. That's one thing about having 5 separate villages is you got, oh, we're out of firewood. Aha. Let's see if I can remedy that real quick. That's here. Yeah, no firewood. Do I have any on me? Yeah, right there. Boom. There we go. Should be taken care of. Right? This should go away. Because that is the thing. Yeah, firewood right there. Yeah, no wood. Okay, so I just put firewood in the resource storage, so that should go away here shortly. Alrighty, let me see about sleeping the night. Nope. We're going to hold that down to sleep. So we're going to sleep the next day, and then we'll go over to our fishing village. I'm probably going to add in a few more tables back in here. And I like having the little campfire with the seating area around it, but not every village has it. And then, of course, I got to add more lights around as well. Not a whole lot to do in this village. I do need to insulate houses and stuff because I haven't really done that yet. So I build my houses a little bit different. I don't do everything in stone and then limestone and all of that good stuff. I use a mixture of stone and wood, and then of course some houses even still, I think, have wattle on them, maybe up in the gable. So my villagers will probably never reach 100%, and I'm fine with that because I like the versatility of having the different building options. I just think it puts a little more personality into the village. Hang on, let me see here. Just gonna catch up on. Oh, it was taken off of Netflix. Oh. Oh, it was taken off of Netflix February 15th. Oh, okay. Wow, that was a long time ago. Well, it's on YouTube now. It's on Tubi if you have Roku. I don't have Roku. Well, I don't have Roku in our main room. I've got it in our guest room. It says this. Okay. Well, I'll have to try and look it up somewhere, I guess. Let's see. Anyone who hasn't seen Father Ted, I highly recommend it. Okay. Dairy Girls is great too. I've seen that. I haven't seen it. I've seen it advertised. Excuse me. Why is it still telling me that they need firewood? They should not need firewood. I literally just put 1,000 firewood in there. Okay. Let's finish heading off to this other village, and I'll have to square that away. I have production issues. I have selling issues. Okay. Let's get over to this other village, and then I can show you the village and kind of see about squaring away some of these warnings in the top screen. I don't understand why they don't have wood, unless it's logs. Usually wood is like firewood. Oops, because that icon to me, what are you doing? That was weird. I was pushing the back button and he was turning. Now it's going down a little bit. Now it's back up again. What? Watch out, rabbit! How does a rabbit stop a horse? Let's see. I don't think I want to go to the right. Yeah, right takes me out. We're just gonna keep going straight. Might run into a wolf. I don't know. Figure it out if we do. Alright, let me come down here because this is actually going to be the entrance to my hunting village. There we go. And we'll hop off the house right here. So this is going to be my hunting village. I haven't been over here in a couple of episodes. But I built an archery target, so the close target is like for spears, and then of course there's some targets way in the back for your arrows. A little table here with a crossbow and a recurve bow, and then some iron arrows and bolts and stuff in the wicker basket. This village does not have a fence all the way around it like the mining village as well. It's just this little fence. It's not the big fence. But we come in, houses are all on the right, and then we've got the kitchen and food stalls here. There's the food storage and resource storage there. There's a road that goes down between them. There's a little, whoops. This is the pathway down to the tavern. Right on the lake there. It's got a nice little view of the lake. Come into here, do that. You get a nice little view of the lake from the tavern. Then we can come out of the tavern. Of course, I've got the little group sitting area with the campfires out overlooking the lake. I've got two fishing huts right here. We have somebody just standing in the door of the herbalist hut, but that's fine. There's the hunting lodge. There's the resource storage, and then we've got housing up here as well. I want to say 7 houses up here. They just added this one for one of the quests a few episodes back. I just added that one and put somebody in that house. I had to chop down a few trees. As long as you leave the stump, the tree will grow back in 2 years' time. If you take the stump, the tree's gone forever. And you cannot replant these trees. You can only plant the fruit trees in an orchard plot. Let's see here. I'm going to catch up on chat a little bit. Digital Panhandler, thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Amos, thanks for joining us. At Hectic, it's come to my attention you have stolen my horse. I will give you till sundown to return it immediately, or I will send out the gang. Well, they better be prepared, because Haas is staying with me. Let's see. Runny nose. I once saw a rabbit stop a duck. That's all, folks. Nice. I like that. Catherine, this game is so pretty, but I'm easily impressed. Anyone seen Ghost of the T Can't Spell It? That is gorgeous. I have not seen that. Oh, I played Ghost of, what is that? Shuzimi? I think that's how you say that. I'll have to look into that because I have not heard or played that. Yes, Runny knows. Sengoku Dynasty is supposed to come out next year, so it's like a Japanese version of Medieval Dynasty. However, Sengoku is being developed by a different developer than Medieval Dynasty. So they're all a Toplit's production game, but each game is developed by different developers. So like Medieval Dynasty is developed by RenderCube. As to where Sengoku, let me actually do this and this. Give me just a second here because I'm actually looking it up to see who the developer is for Sengoku. Come on. Super Kami is the developer for Sengoku. Let me bring this into the screen here. Let's do... Nope. This. There we go. So the Sengoku Dynasty, it's set to come out Q1 of next year right now. I don't know if that is still on track for Q1 or not. I'm sure that we'll get more updates as we reach closer to the end of the year. But Super Kami is the developer, Toplit's is the publisher. And it's the same thing for Wild West Dynasty, which should be coming out soon, hopefully. There it is. Waiting on Steam. There it is. So Moon Punch Studios is the developer for Wild West Dynasty. So even though they may be of the same nature as Medieval Dynasty, they're going to have those developers' twists on the game. So it may be the same concept, but those developers will have their own, like I said, spin on the game. So it might be a little bit different. It may have different aspects to those games that Medieval Dynasty has or don't has. So you can't really compare all the different games that Toplit's is putting out in the Dynasty family as apples to apples, because I think it's going to be more like apples to oranges. Willie Wilson, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Mel Reaver, good to see you. Let's see here. Started playing. What is the best crop to plant? I personally don't really have a best crop to plant. It all depends on what you're going to do in your game. However, if you're looking for sustainability of fertilizer, I recommend cabbage. Cabbage gives you the most rot when it rots. That way you can actually stay into your fertilizer more. Otherwise, you can get pigs. Pigs will produce manure, which manure can be turned into fertilizer as well. But obviously, pigs aren't a crop. So if you're looking to be completely crop dependent, I would say cabbage solely for your fertilizer. And then obviously you want to go with flax. Flax is very versatile for making the thread, and then excess flax seeds can be sold. They sell for a decent amount of coin. And then, of course, you want to have wheat. Wheat will give you the straw, and then you can actually use the wheat to make flatbread for food. So you could actually, fully sustain somewhat off of only just crops. Carrots and onions. So yeah, if you're wanting to get into making some of the other meals, then obviously you could have some of the other crops. But yeah, for starting out, flax, wheat, and cabbage is probably pretty good. And then I would say if you're going to do wheat, get the windmill as quick as you can, because that's the easiest way to make lots of flatbread for your villagers to eat. Let's see here. Just catching up on some of the chat. Okay, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, if you're looking for a money crop, flax is probably the money crop. Just sell the excess seeds. Make sure you're keeping enough to replant the next season. What? You guys are getting a little colorful with the uses here. Oops, sorry, I hit my microphone with my phone. My wife was texting. I had to read that real quick. Make sure it wasn't something about my kids. Drink, and did you figure out the firewood? Oh, I do need to drink again. Gosh, dang it. I am horrible about catching up on that, aren't I? Food and drink. Go ahead and eat that last flatbread. No, I really didn't. They seem to be... Okay, let's go back in here. See if we can figure this out. Didn't I put firewood in there? There. 900 firewood in there. Are they going to burn through all that firewood? Okay, so there's 900 firewood in there. Firewood gone. Did I not? I must not have actually put it in the resource storage. I must have closed it out before actually placing it in there. All right. Firewood has been averted. Okay, so now I just have a production and a selling assignment that are issues, but they're not really issues. These are kind of ongoing things because seasonal items. So I'm not worried about those. Let's see. Oh, did I put fertilizer in there the last time? I do. Oh, there's fertilizer there. Did I really put fertilizer back in there the last time instead of firewood? It would not surprise me at all. I have plenty of fertilizer. Can they burn fertilizer? I don't know that it'll smell very good. Make sure to put it in a paper bag on the front porch first. Well, thank you, Corey, for being very observant. I appreciate that. Have you unlocked the laptop? I must be missing something, runny nose. Let's see. Last time, you fixed it now. Oh, the first time I put fertilizer in. Okay. Got it. That does not surprise me at all. I'm trying to do like 4 things at once. Run around the game, talk about the different villages, read chat. My wife is messaging me now about an appointment for my kids. I'm trying to keep up on all of that. It's where, I have to answer the wife when she texts for sure. Alrighty, so where did I leave Haas? I left Haas over here, and we are in the last day of winter. It seems like I've made it through winter just fine with the clothes that I'm wearing. I didn't actually get cold or anything, which is good. So 75% cold protection seems to be okay. Now, granted, I slept the evenings. It might be something different if you're working through the evening in the winter. You may have to increase the clothing that you are wearing in order to work through the evenings. But I haven't been working through the evenings in quite some time. Real life getting in the way of my gaming. Yeah, right? Come on, people. Priorities. Let's do this. I am going to go find the Uber and head back over to my village. Where's the Uber? Uber's going to be on the other side of Gustovia here. And get ready to sleep the evening. We're going to go into spring. I'm going to have to pay my taxes. We may do a couple of resets to see if we can get the Herald to pop. Because I think it's been a few seasons since I've had the Herald. So it might be a 20 or 30% chance for him to pop. I should have just stayed on the horse, but oh well. I keep forgetting you can stay on the horse and take the horse with you on the Uber. So see, now the horse isn't here because I wasn't on him. Yeah, Lambert is... Yeah, he's 15. He's going to be turning 16 pretty soon. What time is it now? 16:35. We can't sleep for about another hour and a half in game. What I am going to do is... I am going to use the facilities real quick because my coffee is running through, but I will be back in just a moment. So let's say maybe a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Oh, that is much better. Sorry about that. I was sitting here for about the last 20 minutes doing the pee-pee dance in my chair. I've had about 2.5 cups of iced coffee. Not that, this. Here. Holy cow. Can't find the right transition. There it is. And I don't drink like your standard small cup of hot coffee. I have a big 24-ounce cup of iced coffee. And I usually have 2 of those before I leave the house in the morning and go to work. And I already had 2.5 cups before I even started the stream today. Now, I usually go to the little boy's room before the stream, and I did today, but I didn't really have anything to evacuate. So apparently my body was still utilizing the caffeine that I had fed it earlier. So it kind of hit me all at once. But anyway, I am back. Let me see if I can catch up a little bit on some of the chat. So give me just a second here. Uh-oh, hang on. Yes, Lambert is 15, turning 16. What year are you on? I'm on 18 currently. Let's see. Looking forward to the co-op. Yes. Elgens, thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think quite a few people are looking forward to the co-op mode or multiplayer mode or whatever you want to call it. I have a feeling it's going to be more of a co-op rather than, a multiplayer. Let's see. Elgens, I'm on console currently though. Let's see. Not sure if the timeline is the same. It should be. The timeline for all platforms should be the same. Now, that's going to be the same from the developers. So on console has to be approved through those manufacturers and stuff like that. So the delivery to console might be a little bit different than PC. I don't know. So we'll have to see. I know that on some other games, PC will get the updates, a little bit sooner than console, but they may decide to hold the PC update until console is available. I don't know. Let's see. Dear Commissar. Oh, well, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Sorry, I may have missed a few talking points. Have you seen the latest patches? I'm hoping for October 27th release. I haven't read any of the patch notes recently. You're hoping for October 27th release of what? Yeah. Let's see. It's Wild West Dynasty. Let's go. The library. Are there new notes? Let's see. Updates. When did this come out? 22nd? Update 1.4. All game versions. Okay, let's go over this. Let me open this up a little bit. Actually, we can just do this. Right there. Let's see. With new update, bringing you a variety of fixes and updates to Medieval Dynasty. So included in this update are a few additions affecting fences and gates. So it doesn't sound like it's a big update. Ability of inverting the front of the fence during the price fence. Okay. Well, what day was this on? The 21st. I think this has already come out. Yeah, because it's already the 25th. I believe this update is already active. All right, so there's no other real notes. All right, let's minimize that and do that. Let's see. Catching up on chat again. Let's see. Yeah, typically PC gets updates before console. So I don't really see Medieval Dynasty being much different. But from what I understand, console has a little more red tape to go through to get things approved than PC does. Mel Reaver, that's a lot of coffee. Yes, I love my coffee. And I drink iced coffee. I don't drink hot coffee. I drink iced coffee year round, even in the dead of winter. I rarely drink a hot drink. Runny nose, you are you're a trailblazer, buddy. you keep to those depends. Where do you find gifts for a future wife? So, Tammy, thanks for joining us. I hope you're doing well. To find the gifts, there's going to be a special vendor that can appear in your valley, and they will typically be in like Gustovia. They will typically be like in Gustovia or Hornica at the taverns. Now, they can appear in any tavern around the map, including taverns you built. But there will be, if the special vendor is on your map, when you enter the village, you'll see the icons for the vendors at the top of the screen. So like the horse right now is at the top of my screen. It'll be a ring. It'll look like a ring with a diamond on top of the ring. That's the special gift vendor. So when you're traveling around your map, going to your different villages and stuff, just look for that icon. It'll show up. Let's see. Yeah, that's the update just came out. So there's not a new update that I've seen yet. Now, granted, there may be something in the Toplets Discord. I have not been on their Discord in a few days to see anything new coming down the pipeline yet, but I know that they're working diligently on the next coming updates that are scheduled on the roadmap. Alrighty, so we can't sleep yet. Come on. Just a few more hours. Let's do... What are my assignments that I'm having issues with here? Do I have... I don't think I've got... I think everybody has a job. I don't have any more mothers. Everybody is back to work. Yes, everybody is back to work, right? Oh, I may still have one mother. Because there's a 1-year-old right there, but where is the mother? Let's see. My mother right there. There she is. Okay, so I'm going to I got 1 more year, and then this person will need an assigned job, and they already have 2 kids. This is going to be the last, it looks like the last mother of the village. And then everybody has 2 children, and then I'll just place her back into her old job. I have 2 kids that need assignments. Okay, so let's see. This one here is excavation. So let's assign this one a work assignment. Assign workplace. Excavation. Can I put them in a mine? I can. Let's do the... I don't know where they're located. Let's do the central mine for right now. go. What was the other one? Here. So when your children reach the age of 14, you can assign them as an apprentice in a workspace. Look at there. She's a 10 in hunting. Holy cow. That's awesome. Well, okay. Her parents are hunters. So that makes sense. So let's assign her a workstation. Can I put her in the hunting lodge? I can. Let's put her in the hunting lodge. There. That's all the children. So then next year, it looks like I'm going to have a few more that can be placed as apprentices. The only issue is I'm going to run out of workstations to place people, I have a feeling. And why can't our character have 2 kids, a boy and a girl? Because it affects the storyline. That's the only reason. So the whole storyline is that you have a son, and he will take over your dynasty, ideally when you pass away. But now they've added the option to where you can change and play as your heir at any time after he is 18. But it's directly related to the storyline. I mean, I think it would be nice if Rasimir could have 2 children. But so your villagers can't be damaged. So like a bear comes into your village, it's not going to attack your villagers. Bandits don't wander the map and raid your village and stuff like that. So having 2 children, so like if you had, say you had 2 boys, and ideally if one of them passed away before he was 18 due to disease or an attack or whatever, then you have a second child that you have a chance to play as your heir. I think that's something that does need to be looked at and possibly added to the game. But as of right now, they've only got it set to where you can have 1, and it's guaranteed a boy. But it would be nice to, be able to have a second child, and then it can be kind of a random situation where it's a boy or a girl. But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to change that or not. But it's all based on storyline right now. Corey, your heir is still baking? Well, that's good. When's the DNA testing update arriving? Oh my gosh. Traveling vendor from, what is that? Ancestry? Ancestry.com. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, let's head up here to the house. And we're getting close to be able to sleep the season away. See if maybe we can get a new quest to pop, for a family quest, I should say. New family quest to pop, or the Herald. Can we sleep yet? We should be able to sleep, so we're going to do an F5, do a quick save. That way we can do an F9 or a quick restart if we don't get quests. So we are going to sleep the next season. Yeah, my wife is never home when I go to bed either, because she works on the other side of the map. Pay taxes. Neither one of my family members have a quest, but I do have the Herald. There's the Herald trumpet icon at the top of the screen. Let me remove the marker. There we go. So you can see the trumpet icon. So we do have the Herald. So I'll just go ahead and stick with the Herald quest. That'll be fine. And where did my wife run off to? Wifey, where you at? Send her to go pay the taxes.
How can I help you?
Let's see. I have a favor to ask of you. Could you take this money to Castilian and pay our taxes? Be well, my love. There we go. Okay, so she paid the taxes. Now we need to figure out where the Herald is, and I'm guessing he is in... Oh, he's in Gustovia. I guess we could have paid the taxes ourselves. Oh well. Let's go down here and call Haas, and we'll head over to Gustovia and see about doing the Herald quest, King's Challenge. Yours works next door. Is she spending a lot of time in the tavern? Alright, let's head off to Gustovia. And see what the king needs. Coming through, watch out. Catch the Uber later. If we run into any bandits on the way. Gone a few seasons without seeing them. Is that them there? Oh no, it's just sunlight. Sunlight on that grass over there. I thought that might have been them. Nicole, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Try not to drive off the road while reading chat. Stotts, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your videos. Getting into it on my Xbox. Well, good. Well, I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Rainy knows. I always find my wife and the donkey shed very strange seeing she works in the mine. She just likes to pet the animals. Val Reaver, yours is the herbalist, but I think she's been visiting someone else. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Here's the Herald. Alright, let's see what he needs. Let's do a little quick F5. Shouldn't be an issue. Let's see. How old is my king now? 47. Okay. And what does the king want? The king will be hosting a big wedding ceremony for his successor. He asked all of his subjects to deliver food for the prestigious event. I'll make sure to deliver the finest pies. Okay? Wonderful. I'll await your delivery. If you don't want to carry everything here, which I don't recommend you actually have it in your inventory and talk with the Herald, put it in your resource storage. Even if you come to talk with the Herald, because he won't pull it out of your inventory, he'll pull it out of your resource storage as long as that's where it is. Because I've brought items to him, so I've had the items in my inventory and in my resource storage, and he pulled it from my resource storage anyway, so I had to put my stuff from my inventory back in the resource storage. So just put everything in your resource storage, you know, unless you're buying the items, you know you don't have them, then you can have them in your inventory. If you don't want to carry everything here, remember that you can leave it in your storage, provided that you have one, and tell me about it. I will have it collected later. Alrighty, thank you. Okay, so we got to go get multigrain and fruit pies and meat tart. Now, I know I don't have any of those items in my resource storage, so I can buy those items here at the kitchen, or at least I should be able to, and then go right back and talk to him, and he will pull them from my inventory because that's the only place they're at. But if you have the items in multiple places, so if you have it in your inventory and in your resource storage, he's going to pull from your resource storage first. Let's see. Adelina, we need 10 multigrain bread. Do you have that?
I've been a vendor since before you could walk.
Before I could walk. Multigrain bread, you have 30. That's good. We only need 10. You. Very
Farewell.
well. We need 15 fruit pies.
How do you do? Let
How do
me
you
show
do?
you my wares.
Fruit pies. You have 25. We only need 15. Go. And I
care.
think it was 5 meat tarts. Yes,
How
5
do you
meat
do?
tarts.
Only goods of the highest quality.
Only goods of the highest quality. Meat tart. Oh, you have 50 of those. But we only need 5. There we go.
It was nice seeing you.
Now, we have all of our stuff for the big wedding. Now we can go back over here to the Herald and turn those in, and we can be done with the Herald's Quest. Now, when you pick up the Herald's Quest, or the King's Challenge, however you want to look at it, if you hit J, you can highlight that, and you can see that you have 5 seasons before this expires. So if you're actually physically gathering the items to make these meals and pies and stuff like that, you do have 5 seasons to where you can do that. So if you wanted to, say, buy the ingredients and actually make the bread or make the pies or the tarts, you can do that. I choose, because I have the coin, I choose to buy the items. It's just easier. I don't worry about forgetting about the quest, because you can't... You can have multiple things up, but I think you can only have 2 items. You can have a story and a side quest, or a side quest and the challenge, but you can't like have 2 side quests up at the same time. But I've got the money. I go over to the kitchen, I buy the stuff, turn it in, it's done. I don't have to worry about it anymore, and then I can go back to decorating my villages and stuff like that. So now it's done, the big wedding. All done. Let's see. Did all my chapters. There's all the story quests that I've done, which really isn't that many. I think I did the story quest for like the first 5 years, maybe 6 years for solid. And then after that, I really did not do a whole lot of them. I started getting the challenges and trying to get the King's Quest more often, and then obviously I finished all of my chapter quests. But see, you can see I've got 15 of the challenges complete. Seem to be getting a lot of the same ones. Golden Wedding, there's Golden Wedding there. I've had the big wedding a few times there. The big hunt I've had a couple of times. 3 times actually. Looks like I've had most of these 3 times. Business of War. And a lot of these will depend on how far you are in the game, whether you get them or not. Water is doing fine. My stinky level is fine. I need to fill my bucket. Let's go put that in 4, and I'll run down to the river and fill this real quick. Yes, I do have a good king. I was very fortunate about the king that I received. Let's see. Mel Reaver, you have Alphonse the Insane. Corey, you've got the Bloody. My king is called, let's see, running on, my king is called... Oh my goodness. Have have you unlocked all of the rewards yet? I don't know that I did I don't think I did a short on that or not. Not sure about all the rewards. So the journal, I've done quite a bit. I have all but 1 achievement left. I've bought all of the recipe or the schematics. I'm not as sure about unlocking all the rewards. Skills, I don't have all of the skills because I'm still working on the hunting, getting it to 10. That's the only one I'm working on getting to 10. I'm trying to understand what you're talking about as far as rewards. Lanita, you have the Brave. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I have the Beloved. Alrighty, so how are we looking on time? We got a few minutes left. Don't know that we really have much time to do anything in a village. So let's see here. Have you got over 100 points in an arrow shot? Yes, I did do that. I had a video about that I did. Matter of fact, I think I may have done 2 videos. I had one episode in this season, in this series, to where I was trying to get it. And if we go back to the mine village, I'll show you where. Now, if you've already started doing the tournaments with Elwyn, so it might be a little bit of a spoiler for some, but if you've done the archery tournament with Elwyn, you have to set up an archery target. Then you don't necessarily have to build your own target to be able to do the 100 points arrow achievement. But what it is, for those who may not know, the achievement is you have to get 100 points from shooting an arrow or a bolt into an archery target. And you gather points depending on your distance and your accuracy when you hit the target. The farther away you are, the more points you get for your accuracy. So, I actually completed mine in this village. Of course, I get off right there. Hop over here. Now, I have an archery target out here. I originally put this up just farting around, practicing, things like that. So I have an archery target here. And this was the target that I used to get those points, and I did so by standing on top of my mine. I believe I did it in the winter time, so all of these trees did not have all of their growth on them, and it was a little easier to see. I think I had to go this way to get up there. Jump, jump, jump. Rasimir can jump, let's go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was up here, but that tree right there is blocking my view. Let's see. Chances are you won't be able to see the archery target. So I basically sat up here. I want to say it took me 25 tries or something. I increased my view distance so I could see the archery target, which I can't right now because my view distance isn't that far. But I ended up having to shoot above the target, allowing for drop and everything, but I did end up getting it from this point. Actually, I want to say I was standing down there. I don't think I was standing up here. Although this is clearly a better view because it's sitting down there. It's just right of that tree because I remember that. And there's a little knoll there, and it's just in front of it. So I remember it being there, but I had to aim up, and I used the tree behind it as a target to gauge how far up I needed to raise my crossbow. But I did it with the crossbow. I didn't do it with a bow because the crossbow shoots farther and straighter. But I did end up getting it done. I don't know. Let me see if I can find... give me just a second. Let me see if I can actually find the picture. Because I know I took a screenshot of it. Let's see if I still have that, or did I move? I might have moved the photo to a different folder. And I don't remember what episode it was that I completed that. Nope, that's not it. I'm pretty sure that I did it in the wintertime. Just because I could see things better. The trees didn't have all their growth on them. Yeah, I must have moved that photo to a different, probably to the folder that episode was, and I don't remember what episode it was because I'm not seeing the pictures. Yeah, see, I'm looking at pictures now from my season 1 series. So I must have moved those pictures. Dang it. I'll have to try and find them. But there is an episode to where I did show me completing that in season 5. Rennie knows you hold the Guinness World Record. I have a video, 640 meters. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, back, I want to say during my season 1. It may have been season 1. It might have been season 4. I don't remember exactly. But I know for my season 1, I had built... Let's see. Back up here, I had built an archery target like down in here. So this here, there's a little ridge right along here that it starts dropping down into this area. I had set my archery target near the road back over here, and then I came back up on this hill here and ended up shooting that target there. I don't remember the distance, but I remember I could barely see the dot on the target. I did it. I had to do it at a particular time of day to where the sun was actually hitting the target, so I could actually see it, because I couldn't hardly see it. But I remember I was up on this ridge here. So that it was a pretty decent distance. So where I'm standing now, and then so it's a lot farther than what I was doing, because I believe my archery target currently is like right in here, maybe. So it's a little bit farther. That first one, this little area here is a little bit farther, but 640 meters, that's pretty good. Off-topic question. How did you get villagers to walk the map? They're going to their workstations or going home from their workstations. They have workstations around the map. So like these villagers here, they are walking to a mine. But why they're taking this path, I don't know. But I have a feeling these are my mine workers that are coming from the lumberjack village, going to the central mine, which is here. So they're taking this path to get to the central mine. However, they're working. The entire time that they're walking, they're gathering materials from the mine. Is it realistic? No. I wish that they would adjust that. That way, if you're going to have mine workers, that they need to live relatively close to the mine that they're going to be working in, because right now you can have villagers living across the map, and the whole time they're walking, they're gathering materials. But yeah, they'll in the morning time they'll walk to work. Like this is probably my wife. She is walking from our village because she works in the animal village. So yeah, she's never home. But that's how that's how your villagers walk the map. Now there's some things, so like the farming village, anybody that's working the barn and the farm over here, they'll always stay here because you really don't want them getting too far away from the barn, because sometimes they won't work the crops if they're too far. If the barn is too far from the crops, sometimes they won't work it. So I usually keep my crops near the barn. And then I do have a barn in the animal village, but it's only making fertilizer. That's it. So it grabs the manure and the rot out of the resource storage, and they just make fertilizer. Do you think you should move to save commute time? The fact that they're working during their commute, there's no need to, because they're still gathering. So all of my mine workers are still gathering the ore, regardless of whether they're walking to work or not. Wonder why you assigned her so far away. I tried to assign her. Originally, I assigned her in a job she didn't like, and she was losing mood. So finally, I had an opening for a job that she did like, but it was in the animal village, so I just stuck her there to help get her mood back up again. So that's the only reason. She was happier walking farther away. Dinah, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it wouldn't matter if she was home or not, because I always sleep in the campfire. And yeah, and usually in a different village. Working family. We never spend time together. He's being sneaky and so is she. Maybe. Unlock the 4x4 in Crafting 78. Sounds like they need some marriage counseling. Larson, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Do you think they will change it so the villagers only work after they arrive at their workstation? I hope so. I would actually like to see that change in the game. Are they going to do it? I don't know. I haven't heard yay or nay. I'm usually not privy to that information. I usually don't get that information until they put out the update notice. So I'm usually not privy to early information because I'm not part of the development team. And even if I was, I wouldn't be able to share the information, unfortunately, anyway, until they say I could. I'm not sure that I'd really want to be a part of the development team. I would really like to be a part of the testing team. That's what I'd like to be. To where I could go in and test some of these games before they actually release them. I'm not necessarily talking about like the update testing. I'm talking before it reaches like public access testing. I think some games call it like alpha or something. Jade Frost, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'd like to see kids moving stuff around the village. Yeah, I would too. I would like to see... Now, that being said, they have actually given us quite a bit of activity for the children, because it used to be the children really didn't wander the village. That a lot of times they would just stand in a particular area around their house. They've added the ability for the children to play with the toys that you give them, so you can actually go to the sewing vendors and you can buy a rag doll and give them a rag doll to play with as a toy. There's also a toy sword, which I believe that you buy that from the blacksmith vendor, Jan or Theobald, and you can give them a sword to play with, and you'll actually see, once you give it to them, you'll eventually see the children playing with the toy. So they didn't have that ability, so they've been doing more and more with the children. Even the aging visualization as well. They've added more to that because there were early on, there were some children that were like, still looked like babies and they were almost 6 or something. I'm like, that doesn't look right. So they've added quite a bit to the children and their animations and stuff like that. Jade, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Just working through the stream. Actually going to be bringing it to a close here in a minute, but I'm doing well. Thank you. Yeah, alpha, some call it inner testing. Yeah, every company has a little bit different thing, but yeah, I've been kind of expressing my desire to do some type of testing with Toplits. So it would be nice to get in on something like that. Not that I would be able to, I wouldn't be able to share anything with you folks, but I think from my standpoint, I think it would be neat to be able to go in and test some of these things before it's made public, and maybe even have some bearing on what's in the game and how it plays and things like that. I think that would be neat. Larson, I like all the updates they are making. The decorations are really cool, but the knockdown effect was startling. Yes, so the trees knocking you down and knocking you out and killing you. That's new. It's kind of neat. I like it. I thought I was playing Felheim for a second. Took 70 damage from a tree falling on me. Well, you're lucky it didn't kill you. But if you have what is it, the unlimited health on in the game, then all the tree's going to do is knock you out. But if you have unlimited health turned off, like I do, it can actually kill you. Let's see, Melreeve, you set your days at 8 to begin, so I have time to make some money and lower it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, you can set your days to whatever is comfortable for you. I mean, I've heard people setting it to 7 and 8 and 10 and 15 and 20, all the way up to 30. I've heard people just set it all the way to 30, and then they sleep when they're ready to change to the next season. You just go to your bed. Bed has an option after 3 days. You can sleep in your bed to change to the next season. Jade, what am I late again? Took a nap. Yeah, I've been streaming now for a little over 2 hours, so I typically cut it off at around the 2 hour mark because I've got other things that I need to do. I've got a lot of phone calls and stuff to make for work this week and next week. So that being said, next week I am not exactly sure if and when I'm going to be able to stream. I've got a lot going on next week. I'm going to try and work out a day next week. I'm just not sure what day yet. But I will make announcements on my Discord as far as what day I'll be streaming on. So if you're not part of my Discord, feel free to check the description of any of my videos. There should be an invite link there for my Discord, so feel free to join. And that way you can stay up to date on anything that I'm doing as far as streaming and things like that. I also have a voice chat in there. I'm usually in the voice chat almost every evening, evening being my time, here in central US, Tennessee to be exact. But I'm usually in there playing some random game. Right now I've been playing a lot of Satisfactory, little Minecraft here and there. Excuse me. But if you see me in the voice chat, don't be afraid to join me. Go ahead and hop in, say hi. If you have questions or whatever, you feel free. I do have a section in there for Medieval Dynasty chat. So if you do have Medieval Dynasty questions or even other games that I've done videos on, there are sections in there for those as well. Ask those questions in the appropriate sections and I will get to them, or somebody will get to them and answer them for you. But like I had mentioned earlier, I think we are going to call this a stream. And we're going to end this here. I appreciate everybody joining me today. These streams are awesome. I love talking with you guys and spending time with you folks, answering your questions and joking and reading some of your chats, whether I can say it or not. It's definitely been fun. But again, I appreciate everybody joining me. You folks take care. Remember to hit that like button. I don't think I've said that this entire 2 hours. So if you folks have made it this far, definitely hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys are interested in any kind of monetary donation, you have the super chat, the thanks below the video, which goes through YouTube. Otherwise, there is a link to buy me a coffee, which I will be posting those in the chat here shortly. But those links are in every video that I've got. So, but anyway, let me post these links for you. Here's a link to my Discord. And then my Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, feel free to do so. You can send me, if you're looking at sending me like a DM, a direct message or something, you can do that on Twitter. I don't do a whole lot of DMs in my Discord because if we're talking about a game, I typically keep it in the game chat for that game. Obviously, if you're having issues in my Discord, there is a help section in there so you could actually report it, and myself or my moderator will get to it and help you out. And there we go. There's the Buy Me a Coffee. Now, Buy Me a Coffee is really nice as far as making donations to the channel, which I'm hugely appreciative of everybody that does make some kind of a donation to the channel. I do try and put it back into the channel, which I'm currently working on trying to upgrade my computer because I am on the verge of kind of outdating myself as far as my computer and specs and everything. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for joining me. You folks take care and happy hunting.